And we're back. We have the 4 explorers getting ready to go through the current combat. Now, I did originally go through this combat and actually escape the fortress, but unfortunately the recalling did not come off well, so I'm going to do it again. The only caveat is that I have to make sure I search for at least the next 2 missions all of the explorers' bases, and I can't take any cards for it because I've already received them. And I received more architect and 1 additional clue. Dice have been rolled, ready to go. Fortress dice ready, combat's there. So let's set up. We have 3 enemies, and we're going to get 7 traitor guardsmen. What a way to start. 2 spindle drones, and blackout. Maximum range of attacks is 3 hexes. That is a problem, especially for Amelin and Dryad Grek. So let's get these models on the board. Initiative 4 doesn't exist. Pious Fawn, Hostile Group 1, Amelin, Hostile Group 2, that's the last of the hostilities, Thaddeus, and Dryad Grek. Hostile Group 3 is actually the blackout. So let's get this set up. I'm going to start with Pious Fawn. We're going to get them moving, and we're going to use the dice, the only dice that survived on the Destiny dice, to block off this area here with an Inferno. So let's move a 6, or as close as 1, 2, 3, 4, and it says Inferno. Place markers, Explorer. Okay, so if I go here, I can still place those 2 Inferno markers there, and then we'll put so that's movement, and we'll put on Overwatch. Reduce that to 1 and a 2. So she'll still get to make an attack if they get close. Next, Hostile Group 1. So that's a traitor guard, and they do not have line of sight, so class as hidden. So 8. Let's move the first one. An 8. What I'm looking is advance. So 1, 2, and that's it. Can't attack anyone. Next one, 16. Clusters what in cover. I still think they're hidden. So it's charge. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So that's 2 attacks from the Inferno, using the 2 dice to go through. No wounds and nothing. So he makes it through. That's unfortunate. But now they stop moving. That is not an Overwatch shot, because that space right there. Okay, that's unfortunate. I should have left her here, but you know, lessons learned. Next, this gentleman here, 12 is going to advance. 1, 2, 7 advance. 1, 2, hold. 1, hold. And 19 charge. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So let's see if it burns out. Nope, nothing. Well, that was fun. Amelin Shadow Guard, her maximum range is 3. So let's move her from where she is. She's got 2 headshots. She goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be able to get 1, 2, 3, that's a maximum range. Let's move her to here. That'll be closer. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So she's got a little fire area here, especially got to get rid of that flamer guy there. So we'll start off with her attack, and it is a range of 3. So 1 purple, and she gets to, 1 blue, and she gets to re-roll failed hits. So that's critical, takes him out, that's 1. So let's do that again 2 more times. This guy, this guy. So 1 hit and 1 critical. So that's 2 taken out, and that guy there has a wound. It didn't fail, so I'm not going to re-roll it, and that's her done. Hostile group 2, spindle drones. Number 7 is sneak. So they go 1, 2. And 5 is sneak again. So they're going to go that way. Right. So up next is Thaddeus. Let's move him up. So it's 1. Can move 1 and 2. Let's share the same space. Let's have him fire with his servo stubber, and that's twice. So it's out. Oops, forgot to see if she was inspired. Amelin. Nope. So that's 1, and let's move him again. So 1, 2, and he has maximum range of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's fire off again with servo stubber. Let's see. So once, and gets to go again. Twice, 1 wound. This is what it is. So let's move that wound over. Next is Grek. So let's move him up. For 1, he can move 1, 2, and 3. Let's move again. So 1, 2, and 3. And I think I'm going to get rid of those drones there. Let's move 1, and actually, maybe I can play a booby trap. Yes, okay. So if he's here, let's just play a booby trap. Be done, and put him onto Overwatch for the 5. Okay, so that's this turn. See what the Blackstone Fortress has to say. That's bad news. 3. Unfulfilled destiny. Do not make any destiny dice rolls at the start of the next phase. Great. Current setup. I am going to cover in fire. Pious Vorm with Grek. If those spindle drones come around the corner, his booby trap will activate. Pious Vorm's a bit different. We need to remove a counter so we can get close enough. With the range being 3 maximum, it's a bit of a problem. So first part of the activation, let's move that out of the way. Let's move her up. Just go 3, 1, 2. I don't mind being there. 1, 2, 3. So that's close enough. So let's get her started. So our first attack. Let's use the chain blade. 4 there. Chain blade. Let's see if she gets rid of him. That's it. So he's taken out. So that carrot's gone there. So range of 2 and 3. She can use this now to flame this guy, and he takes a single wound. That is typical. Let's have a look now. Her 4. Is it worth just flaming? Putting up another flame wall. She could just fire again. I think I'm gonna go with firing again. So that will be the last of her dice, and she's gonna fire again. Actually, I'm supposed to use 2. No, I lied. Just the 1. And that's the second wound. So is she inspired? Nope, not at all. But that's another 2 guards removed. We don't want them to reinforce, but it's Amelin's move. She's going to move through 4. So she can go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because she needs 1, 2, 3. Okay, range of 3 there. She's going to fire twice. The first one, or maybe even getting close. She ends up 4 there. Let's get in close. Power blade. It's 2. These blues. Let's go. See what she gets. That takes out the first one. And does she need to move closer for the second one, or just fire? Let's just fire. And 2. Brilliant. So that part of the board is clear. Let's just move her up. Stand on that objective, and then we'll turn that over, and that will be classed as one she's got before. Let's see if we inspire, and she doesn't. So that leaves no traitor guardsman, and it's now hostile group 1. Do they reinforce? Let's hope they don't. They don't. And spindle drones. It's their turn now. What they do, they are close within 3. 16 is onslaught. So I think they are moving in to attack twice because they actually have to move. Onslaught, visible, attack the closest. It's not. Doesn't actually say move close. So that's unusual. Hold on. Okay, as I thought, it says attack the closest explorer within range and visible. It doesn't say move, so let's go again. Let's spindle drone 1, spindle drone 2. It's within 3, and that's just aim. So with aim, you can't fire. Yeah, fire at the furthest explorer. There's no line of sight on the explorers, so they just sit there. It's a weird mechanic, but it is what it is. So let's see what the fortress has to say. 16, and that is going to give us an inspiration point. And I think the best person to put an inspiration point on is probably, let's do someone different. Let's go for Greg. So we get our Blackstone dice. We get our no, well, we don't get most of them. We get to keep the 6 and 1 destiny dice. Let's get this initiative mixed up, and then we'll get back. Let's start with Greg. We're going to move him up, and he's within range from a double attack. So this uses rifle and blade. It's rifle and blade. What bonus does it give me? Nothing there, just on a 4+. Nothing. 1 critical, and that will remove this. That's 1 gone, and they'll attack the next one with the same attack. Really should have put Thaddeus closer to deal with this. There you go, 2nd remove. Now he gets inspiration on double the amount of wounds. I've got 2 wounds each, so on an 8 or less. Nope, he doesn't inspire. Doesn't matter. We're going to use Thaddeus to move back. He's going to spend a dice to turn it over. We've already collected that, and he would have gone around that way because you can't go through the pink areas, which I might have made a mistake earlier. But, you know, forgive me on that one. So let's move him back around 1, 2, and then spend the last of his dice to keep moving. 1, 2. So they're sharing that square. We're going to try and get to here, open this up, and then go. So let's get the initiative sorted out. Morals for now. That's the initiative order. And let's make this quick. Start with Pious Vaughan. Let's get her to move, and move. We want to get out of here. So she moves 3 at a time. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up to there. Let's activate the door, the board. So we have our escape route set, and then she can just move in. And that's done. Probably should have saved that for Thaddeus, but you know, makes no difference now. Hostile group 1. Do the guards reinforce? Yes, they do. They are small. Rolled a 3, so 2 guard come back from the closest portal. It's lucky we actually set that portal. So let's take this guy and this guy. So that's them. And what do they do? So traitor guardsmen 9. They are going to advance. So 1, 2. And the other one 11. And it's the same. They're going to advance. Okay. So they move and they attack the closest explorer they could get line of sight to. So either one of those 2 guys will start off with this first one, then the second one. So plasma pistol and melee weapon. So against Greg, it's critical. His defense is the same. So let's see. And he's going to take that wound unless he spends the inspiration. Let's spend that inspiration and reroll. And he takes a critical wound. See, that's why you have to get rid of all these guys. The next one will do the same, except he's got a las gun. And nothing. Okay. So that's their turn completed. Talking to Greg, his turn. Let's move, get in the lift. We don't need to do anything else. Actually, yeah. 1, 2, 3. He could take a shot. Why not? He's got loads of ones, so that would be his move. That would be 2 shots, and that would be moving to the left. That's the way I play that. So first shot, nothing. Second shot, remove one of them. There you go. So that's removed. Just don't want those reinforcing again. Next, Amelin. Amelin shall open up that item, the mystery item, and then she'll move, and she moves 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, she could even take a pot shot at that guy with that 3. No, because she'll be 8. She has to stop there. So that'll be the 2 4s, and then she can just take an attack, which is 2 of the blues. That's the thing, when she's inspired, she does so much work. There you go. Let's see if he gets back his inspiration first of all. And he does get back his inspiration point. And does she get an inspiration point? Definitely not. So they're being removed again. Now it's the spindle drones. They're not reinforced. Then it's Thaddeus, the last one there. And he can just move in. It's a shame that that wound wasn't reduced, because then he could have healed up. So let's move him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got 1, 2, 3. We open up that exploration, and there he goes. 1, 2, 3. The beginning left. So let's turn the stone, see what the fortress has to say. Number 13, escape chamber. It's already been placed, so it's not a problem. It would have been placed the furthest away, so this has been removed. So we've done our obligation of searching those items, as I did the last time I filmed this, but this time it's a lot clearer. Right, okay. So initiative, if the explorers drop off in the lift first of all, then that will be it. I'll call that there for this moment, and then we'll move on to the next mission that I did afterwards and just replay again. Again, I just need to pick up the tokens which are on the board. Alright, okay. Spindle drones will be an alert level 2 if they do reinforce. Let's get these dice rolled up. That's nice. See, now I want the traitor guards to come back and get some of that heat. That'd be great. That's removed. And 4, I don't think she's going to need this anyway, but there. Okay. Unit 1, traitor guardsmen. Let's see how many. No, they don't return. That will then put us onto Drake Grek, which is just going to move into the elevator. And then if these two did cover and fire and switched over, I should have done that earlier, then she could just move in Amelin, and that's pretty much done. She'll move into, well, price one there, move her there, and then that's it. It's complete, it's finished. I mean, there's nothing else. They're not going to reinforce. Spindle drones don't reinforce, so that's it. That's this mission done. Next one I will set up will be this guy here. And once we're done, as long as I search those 2 items, then that will bring us back up to speed. Then I want to see if I want to go through the last few cards, which I believe will be 1 more challenge and 2 combats. Okay, bad news. Chaos Space Marines, 4 Negavolt cultists, and 2 Chaos Space Marines. Good news, there are only 2 Chaos Space Marines, and that's handy. This is the order we have. I only use cover fire to switch out Pious Vaughan for Thaddeus, because right now we're going to need her firepower to help clear out the hostiles. So this could go of either 1 or 2 ways. I bring her straight up to here and then get her to flame out this area, because she could use her Inferno Flame, because she's got a 6, she's got 1 there, and she's got 1 on Destiny's dice board. So let's go with that. So let's move her first of all. Yes, we're going to take the cheap dice. She moves 3, 1, 2, and 3. A range of 2 and 3, she can use her cleansing flame. So 1, 2, 3, brilliant. Let's start off with the Chaos Space Marines. They've got 2 wounds each, so we're going to use the 6 off the board, because we want to get rid of those, and each one of those is going to receive 2 blue dice here. So that's 1, good. For the other, so that would be this one, next one now. See what we get. Good, so that's taken 3 wounds each, because a critical does 3, so she only needs to do a single wound on them each again, and let's use that dice this time. So the first one, right, it's gone. Second one, 1 wound, brilliant because it ignores cover, and that's 4 wounds both, so they're both removed. Well done. Okay, so she's got her next attack. Let's just use a standard flame there, Vindictor Flame. On these guys here, let's go 1, it's critical, it's 3 wounds. She's definitely going to get inspired off of this. Again, same again for this guy. Actually, if he rolls, I think it's a no 1, he doesn't actually block the attack. Negavolt cultists have a force field, so to speak, and the more models adjacent, they get a bonus to their defense. But it didn't work out for them. She's going to flame this guy again, Vindictor Flame. I think this is the last one, and nothing on that one. I'm not worried. That's okay. She's done a good job. I could use another Destiny dice. I think I'll leave those. I'll leave those for the other guys because I've got Diet Greg. He can move up 3, and then he can start doing his thing. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and he could just shoot those guys. They have got cover. So what I may do is it worth moving him in? Okay, let's move him in so they lose their cover, and then he can start doing his attack. So if he goes here, he can use his pistol and rifle blade on a 4+. So we go here. That's 1 wound, and Negavolt cultists have 2 wounds, so he'll need to go again. Let's go here, and he's got rid of him. I should check to see if she was inspired, and she definitely was. Oops, wrong model. Removed the whole wrong model. Diet Greg, was you inspired? Yes, you would be. The other thing I need to see, would that Negavolt cultist stop it? On a 20, is it going up? They have a force field. On the 20, no wound. So let me spend an extra dice for him and see if he can still do that. That's kind of cocked. There we go. So it would have happened. Would it have been? So no, he wouldn't have saved that. So he's got his inspiration. It's turned over to 2. Pious Fawn's got an inspiration. It's on 1. Good. He would have been fully inspired if he had 3. If I kept that last one. So we've got these 2 left. Doesn't matter because Amelin's going to come in and totally take him out. So let's move up. She moves 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. She can stay in cover, and actually 4 because she'll need line of sight on this guy here. She's got headshot ability, so they lose their cover. So let's make a start on that, and she's 3 away. So yeah, let's use a reroll ability. So 1. Did it say successful only? Can be re-rolled. Failed result. So that's 1 wound. And that guy, let's go again. So that would remove 1 model. I mean, she's just crazy good. And let's just take that last one and do the same for this guy here. I mean, why not? And 1 wound again. Is she inspired? Nope, she's not. I mean, that'd be a bit much if she was, because that'd be awesome. Let's put a wound on him. Do I want to spend the last dice off the board? These Negavolt cultists. Okay, look. Last one. Negavolt cultists are horrible. And that's it. So she wouldn't have inspired anyway. So that's the board clear. Let's see if they reinforce. Please don't reinforce. So that's the Chaos Space Marines don't reinforce. And number 2 doesn't reinforce. Doesn't matter. Thaddeus's move. He's going to move, and move. We want out. So he's going to move all the way. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to wait there and cover. Right, so let me sort out the initiative and go from there. What does the Blackstone Fortress have to say for itself? 12. Let's have a look. And that's the Explorer Chamber. Okay, the furthest one away would be this one. Either way, doesn't matter. Let's put it there. Come back. Destiny dice have been rolled, they're all good. Models have been rolled for. Order of initiative. So let's start moving. Let's get Greg. He hasn't got much in the way of life, so let's take 2 off the board there, and he can search. First of all, move up here. He will search. That will give him the item. Then he'll continue moving, and he's got a movement of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Let's spend another one. 1, 2, 3. We'll sit there, and he'll go into Overwatch, just in case. Next up, Thaddeus. He's going to search the item, which then clear that. So now we are even with the items which we received before from the previous mission that I recorded, because I searched all the tokens. And I got, I think it was something like 3 architect and 2 clues. So let's move him. It's full 6, because we need to get him out of here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put him there, and I think if I spend 3 off the board, that was a 5. Oops, accident, not cheating. We move him another 2, 1, 2. So he's going to stand there. Next is Pious Vaughan. She moves 3 at a time. So I think we can afford to take those dice and take 2 here. So that will be, sorry, 3 at a time. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Now she can go on oval. You know what? Let's put up the flaming wall and then put this onto Overwatch. So, but let's put it here, because if they do spawn, they're going to spawn from here. This is adjacent tiles. I'm going to do that. So if they do come out, they're going to come through here, and we'll sort them out. Ameline Shadow Guide can run across the board. So there. Give her 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's give her number 4. 1, 2, 3. She doesn't even need to go there, but we'll put her there. And well, Overwatch is wasted. Okay, let's just shuffle these. See what Destiny Dice has to say. Oh, reinforcements for number 1. 4. It's medium model. Large. 4. Yes, they do reinforce. No, sorry, they don't reinforce. No reinforcements. And for the number 2, nope, no reinforcements there. Okay. Destiny Dice. 15. Inspiration point. He is going to be inspired. That's it. Spending it. It's happened. He's now inspired. So let's see what he gets. He gets booby traps, fieldcraft, and tracker. It's a lot better overall. So let's put his wound back though. He has better agility by the looks of it. His movement's still the same. So initiative, Destiny Dice, I'll be back. Pious Vaughan's up again first. Let's just move those 2 there. Flame them and be done. There you go, finished. Rest is on Overwatch. Thaddeus, he's fine where he is. Put him on Overwatch. Drek is going to move, and that's all we need. We just needed him to move into lift. There we go, and he's on Overwatch. So everybody's on Overwatch. Do the Chaos Space Marines reinforce? No, they do not. So that's it. That means that's finished, because it'll be the same for that group, and they're out. Brilliant, fantastic. And this is where I went back to Precipice. I mean, if I had these results before, I would have stayed on to do another combat or another challenge, whatever was there. I think we had 1 challenge left and maybe 2 more combats. Either way, that's fine with me. I'll just wrap up at Precipice. Okay, so we're in Precipice. We've got the ships lined up with their contents, and I'm looking for the ones that basically say exhaust and not discard. So we've got Amelin's ship, Pious Vaughan's and Thaddeus' ship, and Greg's ship. They've all got special abilities. This one, if you roll higher than the number of clue cards a character already has, you don't get one. But if you do roll less, equal or less, you gain one. She has 2 clue cards, and on a D20 it's not going to work out too well. But this one is better, which is if Pious Vaughan and Thaddeus come here and use a facility, they get to roll a dice, and on a 16 plus they receive a clue card. So I want to put both of them on there. Now as for the architect they've got 2 apiece, and I don't really have enough to afford anything. You got improved stimulants, which gives them 3 times movement. I'll give that to Thaddeus. Now because I'm using the architect cards, they have to go back in the discovery part, so that means there's less chance of me finding clues. I mean, I could just leave it and keep it nice and sneaky. Stun, discard. I don't know. Maybe that's for a boss fight, but not right now. But let's get to rolling these Blackstone dice. On a 16 plus, I'll do 1 at a time. They can receive a clue card. So the first one, price form 13. That's unlucky. It says you can re-roll the dice. So let's re-roll. 7, nothing. Thaddeus, come on. 3, let's re-roll. 13, nothing. So they didn't get an extra clue card, but they kind of added cards back to the deck. I am supposed to draw a legacy card first. Maybe I should do that. So what we got? Spindle Nanovirus. Roll the Blackstone dice before an explorer uses the support ability or facilities of spacecraft. On a 1 to 10, 1, 10 or 20, the support facilities have malfunctioned. So we might not be able to use our ships in future. That goes along with the Chaos Space Marine card. So there you go. So we've got those 2. So every time we're in a Blackstone fortress, that just gives us aggro. Doesn't matter too much, it will be fine. Let's take a look at Direct Greg here. He's only got one item. Really, I could just send him to here, see if he gets a clue. You know what? Let's send him here. 16 or more, he gets a clue. Why not? No, not re-rolling. There's nothing in there that he could afford anyway. So Amelin's the interesting one. There are a few items here which are not discard. She has 3 architect plasma grenades. She's got 2 plasma grenades, and you get a point for each of those. So that gives her what, 3, 4, 5 points there that she could spend 5 architect. And this blade allows her to reroll failed attack rolls if the target is adjacent, and you get to keep that. It doesn't exhaust. And the other one that looked interesting, that could work. No, we're gonna take this. So she's gonna come over here. She's gonna expend the 5 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So resources go back to resources. Discovery go back to discovery. So she gets to now keep that. Now on the D20 roll, if she rolls a 1 or a 2, she gets another discovery card. 9. No, she doesn't. Okay. So that's Precipice wrapped up. We now have 2 clues with Amelin. I think Thaddeus, he doesn't have a clue. Pious Fawn has 1. And Dryat Greg has none. So what I'm going to do is take Thaddeus, Pious Fawn, Amelin Shadow Guy, and one of the other characters. I know I haven't used Mikado and the Rattling Twins yet, but we know that Janice definitely has 1, and UR25 definitely has a clue. And I'll expend that and we'll go and attack a fortress or stronghold. I think that's what we're going to do next. Okay, this has been Spekd. Hope you enjoyed your time. I've enjoyed my time. Enjoy your weekend, and PC out. Well, what can I say? Another extremely rough adventure for the explorers, but their luck is starting to change. They now have 4 clues and are ready to attack a stronghold. The legacy card, or the virus they took with them unbeknownst, hampers their contact with their ships, so the support will not be so forthcoming. Even though they tend to be reserved using it, in the future it could have a major effect.